it. But yeah, I gotta agree with the panel. Aster definitely does have a better draft, in my opinion, where they don't rely on cooldowns. They can fight all the time.
They might fight right now.
Yeah, they're slightly... Oh, hold
they're
that
gonna
thought.
try and go in. And Snowball pulling in a lot of these heroes going after the CK. Monet taking a lot of damage, but forced to fall back as, well, we're not going to be so lucky on the Treant Protector as they'll lose him and give first blood over to Flyby. So PQ dropping first and Aster giving up first blood in this first game.
You wouldn't expect Tusk to get Snowball level 1. It was a good way to dodge damage coming out from... the Illuminate. It's the best. But I remember during the DPC 2 years ago when Southeast Asia, yeah, on his on his keeper of the, what was that, like triple kill?
He got ultra kill.
Ultra kill. Okay.
Dude, I talk about that all the time. I love that. God, Scam. What a player. Miss him. I mean, he's here, but not in the Chinese region.
Yeah, he didn't retire or anything. He just misses him.
Yeah. But we'll see how this goes. 2 bounty runes apiece. And Knight's off to an early lead. Obviously under 1,000 net worth, but still a little bit of a lead getting that first blood. We'll see how this matchup goes over mid. You've got XWI, the artist formerly known as Yi, who used to play for Xtreme Gaming over mid. Alacrity going up against him, and we'll see how they do. Knights were playing in a Star Series event, so this isn't exactly his first mid matchup in the mix of the Chinese region, but it's going to be interesting. You're going up against somebody like Yi, who back in the day I felt like had a lot of potential. When he was playing with that Keen Gaming roster,
most definitely,
I thought he was the next up-and-coming mid. And you know, we talked about mid a lot in the previous years, where it was matchups against stars all the time. You know, going up against Ori, going up against Somnus, going up against Paparazzi. You have all these mids who seem to dominate, and it feels like there's some new players in the mix that are going to be interesting and ones to look out for, right?
Yeah. And this is the season that he needs to prove himself. Being in this Division 1, being able to play against some of these players that you just mentioned. But I also want to go back to the side lanes. Flyby did manage to get the first blood, so Wraith Band. What an item. This is like a new Wraith Pact, pretty much, meta, where it's like off-laners are buying. It doesn't matter if it's a strength hero, intelligence hero, Wraith Band feels good. It's mostly going to be like for the harassment against the CK. Also, Treant Protector does a lot of right-click damage when he gets close, and here they go.
Yeah, up top, Flyby taking some damage at about half health. Starting to run away from Monet as well as PQ. PQ, like you said, Treant Protector doing a lot of damage with those right clicks, but unable to get a kill on the Doom early on. And you know, a lot of people look at Monet and think that this is the year. Ame is finally out of the region. He's gone to retire for who knows how long. Is it going to be 1 season? Is it going to be forever?
1 tour, probably.
Yeah, he'll be back, but this is time for Monet to shine. And a lot of eyes are definitely going to be on him, because I don't think people expect him so much to be the next Ame, whereas maybe they're going to expect him to just be the biggest player in the region. I'm one of those people who kind of comes from that maybe controversial point of I think he can be better than Ame and has played better than Ame in the past, but we'll see.
That's a biased take, I'm going to say. It's
Is it? Is it too much? Am I a biased caster at that point? Did I just say too much?
You always were, so that doesn't surprise me. But yeah, Monet definitely a player that has been under my radar for a very long time, and some of his performances were really impressive. Also, to talk about Aster's safe lane, Treant Protector plus a CK, they do have a lot of sustain. Having this built-in lifesteal, Treant Protector with the Leech Seed, this ability is insane. Especially with, like, if you hover over it, look at the text, like 732D. A lot of text means probably got buffed. It did get buffed, so very easy to execute. Like, you can fight back, because Rubik Doom, this is going to be extremely popular lane in this patch until something changes, where you have like burst potential, which is Scorched Earth, and the Fade Bolt, especially when you hit that level 3. So now they need to kill one more creep, and we're going to probably see Knights trying to play a bit more aggressive here.
We'll see what they can do. Just a side note, a little aside right now. I'm a big geek for cosmetics. And Monet's got Trail of the Burning Doom on his CK, so he's always going to be on fire, which is always fun. You've seen this with like Bleak Hallucination on the Rubik for FY. You've seen Trail the Burning Doom on a couple other heroes. I know Sylar's got it on his Lycan, but obviously we don't see Sylar playing much anymore in the pro scene. Bring him back, though. If the team wants to take him, I'd love to watch. 2-second stun on a flyby, but nothing really doing. This top lane, it feels like it's on the cusp of popping off.
You want to play aggressive. If this was some other hero other than 3 Protector, without Leech Seed, which brings them a lot of sustain, and
there's that Aster
stun going in.
Felix in trouble. The telekinesis, they do stun up Monet for a second, but it will be Piku who gets the kill onto Felix Chaba. So they do get themselves on the board 4.5 minutes in. Finally there. Let's see how this goes over bottom. Bobica here with XXS. They are the ones who hold the most games as a duo together, as Flyby one shot from dead, but will make it behind the tower and survive. Gonna bring himself out as salve. XXS and Bobica have been playing together for a long time. I think their first team together was DK Scuderia. I forget how to say that last part, but
it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. A lot of teams, a lot of games. I think they overtook No Tail and Fly last year.
This is almost back in my days.
Yeah. Aster so far, you know, they were down, they gave up that first blood, and even the bounty runes, but they've taken themselves a little bit of a net worth lead, and that is up against the Doom, who should pad up that net worth a little bit as time goes by. Get the Devour, get yourself into a Midas or something.
Mid has been pretty stale, I would say. Both heroes farming as expected. You can't really kill any of these heroes, especially Tusk does have a lot of strength. Maybe when they get level 6, we're going to see a bit more pressure, but for now, Bobica, he's been jungling. Jungle, Keeper of the Light, and this one is not griefing. He also did manage to plant an Observer Ward on the high ground, but yeah, as our Observer is pointing out, Observer from Knights could potentially scout him out. But yeah, this is very mesmerizing, very cool to see. Keeper of the Light in jungle.
We bring him back to jungle position? Maybe. Snowball Shards and the Walrus Punch. XWY in some trouble. They did have Felix over to the side, but not going to be able to lock down this Ember enough. And there were eyes from XCJ on a Bobica, but nothing doing there either. So things pretty quiet, and I kind of expect this. I feel like Chinese region, early on, you see like some patience. It's not the SEA bloodbaths we've seen in the past.
They're much more, I'd say, careful how they approach. They do not want to give early kills. Southeast Asia, they thrive in chaos.
Yeah, scam ultra kill we were talking about pre-horn on Coddle. I can't believe that was 2 years ago now. But that is a memory, for sure. Core memory unlocked. I'll remember that till I'm about 85. Top lane. Monet gets some damage. Fade Bolt coming through, and he throws a 2-second stun on a flyby. That should allow Monet to get under the tower. The chase is on there for a second. Felix moving forward. Obviously doesn't have that telekinesis anymore. Is now moving over to the river. Piku gets spotted. Alacrity trying to get the kill here onto the Tree and Protector. He's got himself a haste. He's going to snowball, hit both of them. And the damage out of the Treant with the shards there. Searing Chains needs one more right click, but the body blocks aren't going to be enough. So Alacrity get the kill on a Piku and taking out this Tree Protector. Good kill there for the Tusk, and I think there was a lot of questions on what the Tusk was going to be able to accomplish coming into the early parts of this game. Honestly, so far, so good. Top of the net worth. You think it's enough?
Using the first rune to get something out of it. Usually you would want to get a bigger kill, potentially when they were chasing a CK. But yeah, overall he's doing fine on top of the CS. He needs to be active. Like, some of the issues that I see from Knight supports. Oh, I'll hold that thought.
Yeah, Alacrity now might be the one in trouble, but the snowball goes over to Bobica, doing a good amount of damage. Telekinesis, Bobica is going to drop and gets an Illuminate off that will help XWY get the return kill onto Alacrity. They drop down the arena, and Searing Chains out, and a kill there onto Felix. So a 2-for-1 trade that's going to benefit Aster. They did bring XXS over for that one, and he does drop the arena, but 2 kills for it, one of them being the mid. Seems to be pretty much worth it.
Pretty good trade for Aster. XXS was level 6 relatively early on, because Keeper of the Light did jungle, as we mentioned, and now Bobica will TP mid, refill the bottle, give him Chakra Magic, XYW back to full HP, full mana, does have 20 Magic 1 charges, so very difficult hero to kill right now.
Yeah, unless his courier at some point is going to come back alive. When it does, he should be getting that Orb of Corrosion going into the Maelstrom next. Now XCJ getting right-clicked by XWY. And this is going to be a bit of a problem for him for a second, as Alacrity just right-clicking him, but he's got the heal coming in from the Tree Protector. That one's a little bit difficult. XWY, XCJ, a lot of letters.
It's a lot of
similar letters.
3-letter words. So if we make a mistake, please forgive us.
Forgive us, please. XCJ, it's been a while. You know, he played for Serenity back a long time ago as Alacrity goes in and gets the kill on a Bobica. Alacrity rolling in and taking out these supports. He's got some early damage, and XWY going to take out XCJ. A little bit of a trade, and both mids getting the benefits of it as they both get a kill each.
Something that I wanted to say is 2 supports from Knights, having Rubik and Silencer. These heroes are not the best at rotating Doom. I can't finish my sentence, B-Cup.
Flyby, using that Doom, trying to chase, but there will be a stun and a pullover from Monet. So we'll see if the Treant will survive. He's not going to be chased. He's taking some damage. He's fine. Chrono, though, over mid. There's 4 heroes here for Knights. They'll get the kill on XWY and take out the Ember. Ego making that rotation, and everybody's here. It's a party over mid at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah,
using
something
that first Chrono to get a kill.
Something that panel mentioned, Shippo said she want to see Faceless Void being involved relatively early on, and yeah, this is a type of a move that sets things up, sets the tempo for the game, where you use your first Chronosphere, you've been having a free farm on the bottom lane, so you kind of want to join a fight, and yeah, he's I'm not going to say not afraid of any of these spells. There is a point in Searing Chains early on, unless he gets speared to the arena. I don't think he's gonna die, because CK right now, he just wants to farm. He wants to use his ulti, farm on the other side of the map, so Faceless Void with the max time walk, he should be able to get out of the trouble.
So if you're coming into the season, a lot of these names may be not familiar to you. Ego was one of those guys who was on this EHOME roster with ASD. They were a really good roster, and it felt like they kind of came up a little bit short in that season. That was back 2018 at that point. We were so far removed from that time, and Ego now finally has a chance. Like, there's a lot of players here who are kind of getting that tier 1 chance again. XWY, we were talking about earlier, coming from Keen, he had a lot of potential. So did Ego at that point in his career. And speaking of XWY, he's going to remnant away from Alacrity and XCJ.
Ooh, Silencer did not have enough mana for global. Maybe he needed like 3 or 4 mana, I believe, to use that global. And then you would also have a last word kick in. But yeah, nice dodge.
Could have been a kill there, but XCJ not enough. And to go back to my point, you know, Ego is one of those guys who I think had a lot of potential, and he played for EHOME. There was a lot of promise seeing him on Shenzhen before, and now I think here with this Knights roster, I'm ready to see him pop off. I want to see some of these players kind of give it their all, have their opportunity. The landscape of players and eyes have changed. Like, it's completely different.
I'm gonna say that this was, I think, the biggest and the weirdest shuffle in China, because a lot of the players did retire, and we see a lot of new blood coming in, and this is their chance to prove themselves.
Yeah, I think it's an open landscape to gain a lot of notoriety, gain a lot of fans, and kind of have your moment to shine. I think, you know, even someone like Monet, right? He kind of sat in the shadows of Ame for the last few years, even though he's this amazing player that he's been regarded as one of the better carries in the region, now kind of like has his moment to shine. A lot of players can have their moments this year, and I think while these players stay retired or not, we'll see. Tor 2 might be a big change, as over mid again. XWY.
Again, not enough mana for global. He popped the magic wand. I'm not sure if they would even commit. They need to bring potentially 1 extra hero. Rubik with the stolen spell. For now, Rubik does have Nature's Grasp stolen.
Only level 1. Not the best spell in the game for him, certainly.
It's not one of those Rubik games where you go like, wow, this is it. Like, Rubik can solo carry the game. There's some cool spells to steal, like Illuminate, Chakra Magic, so you can lower the cooldown on Tusk, which is pretty big. Overgrowth, Spear is nice, but other than that, there isn't, like, you know, Ravage Black Holes or anything super big. Shikuchi, where you just push the waves, delay the game, kill the couriers.
Yeah, so we'll see what the Rubik ends up accomplishing.
Oh, let's see if they noticed. They did. They did. He's pinging it out.
The smoke did not break, guys. But they're still looking around, seeing if they can find anybody. Obviously, Monet gonna hide over in the trees over by the tier 1 tower bottom. And the game pretty even. 14-minute mark. Opening up the shard possibilities and seeing what we can get done here is XXS, XWY, 4 heroes smoked up for the side of Aster. Maybe looking to get a counter move here and find somebody in the side of the Knight's jungle. They don't get anybody just yet. XCJ's in the trees. They're making the move over. Alacrity's sitting here. And XXS is going to come over. The smoke's going to break, and now they're going to try and go. Ooh. Cheeky illusion rune and Alacrity. Now going to go to the snowball. Gets hit with a spear out of the snowball, and XXS starting to retreat a little bit, but they've got themselves the shards. Block them in. There's the Chrono as well as the Doom. That's going to be used on XWY. They've got the silences coming through onto XXS, so they're going to get the kill onto the Mars. They'll look over as Monet's going to pop that ulti and look to turn this around. Flyby on the run, and everybody on the high ground for the side of Knight, so they're far enough away where they're not going to be able to get engaged on, but once this Doom runs out, Aster might go back in, and good shards to block XWY once again, and this time the Searing Chains are going to be stolen by Felix. So they get one kill on the side of Knights. They use Chrono, and I believe Doom and Global.
Doom and Chrono and Global, like... Global came in 1 second late, so Faceless Void needed to wait because he was rooted by Overgrowth. Flyby, he's going to be okay. Yeah. These two heroes just don't have enough what it takes to bring down hero like Doom. He's sitting on a lot of armor, that Raid Band phase boots, and also does have Devour running, so sitting at 20+ armor.
XWY is going to get away and come back in with Remnants. They had 3 heroes maybe looking over. Nothing really doing in the moment. A lot of these kind of like pokes and prods, right? Not really looking to commit too hard on anything. I think there's a lot of hesitancy.
Aster would love to take a fight in the next minute. There is a blink on Mars, and here he comes.
Good telekinesis from Felix, but he's going to be locked in the arena. They've got the snowball for a second. The Walrus Punch also comes through onto XXS. They should have the damage to get the kill onto Felix, but he's surviving for a little bit longer. Gets a Fate Bolt out, and XCJ gets the kill onto XXS. They end up trading, though. They lose Alacrity as well as Felix Chauba, and XCJ as well as Flyby are going to run back as Monet looking for the pull in onto XCJ with a Remnant forward from XWY. They've got the Searing Chains landing onto the Silencer. They'll get the kill on XCJ and take out a third. So Aster, they'll trade 1 for 3, and it looks like they're going to get the tier 1 tower over mid as well.
This is their time to strike. They know that there is no Global, no Doom, no Chronosphere, so every single time this happens, Aster's team does not rely on pretty much any cooldowns. The biggest one that you would want to have is Arena, but other than that, they are ready to take the fight. And you can see Monet, like he's always close to a fight. He's there, has Armlet, and does have an Echo Saber, and he's ready to take the fight. Like, he's been involved in 3 out of 7 kills, but he's always there. Right now, lacking a little bit of stuns. The only reliable real stun they have is pretty much like Mars Arena. Ember Spirit does have 2 points in Searing Chains, has Maelstrom finish, so next set of items for Aster are going to be big.
XXS, Shard's not going to land. They also have Ego over to the side. He's got Chrono available in like the next 10 seconds or so. But Arena's going to be up in a moment as well as Piku joins over towards the top lane. XXS going to survive the aggression coming out from just Alacrity for the moment. 4 heroes nearby for Aster. As Monet still farming, telekinesis comes out and he'll steal the Slight, but nothing really doing.
Not the best spell. Let's see how it works on creeps on a midway. Okay, Bolt, Slight. Wow, powerful.
He got healed up, so he really didn't get much out of that Slight. Might want to steal something else. Just a thought.
CK does have level 1 stun, Treant Protector. I think Nature's Wrath is the big one.
Catch themselves XCJ. XXS. Is this the most X's in a game?
I think so. I was thinking about it.
XXS, XWY, XCJ. Who else? Anybody else?
I'm thinking.
It's gotta be, for sure. I don't know why I went XXS and then thought maybe Bobica. Felix, he's got an X in there as well. Look at that, so many X's. Does X mark the spot for any of these teams?
Kunkka's missing, yeah.
I just can't be as funny as Lacoste sometimes. I try.
I'm not a funny guy.
Yeah.
People just have low expectations, you know. And
the bar's not really that high for comedy.
Now it's time to strike for Knights. They do have all their abilities. I see the green lights. It's time to go. They would probably want to wait until Faceless Void gets his BKB, but if he TPs once the fight starts, he's going to be more than fine. I'd say if they already use their abilities, if Twin Protector uses his ulti, if Arena is down, which it is for another 12 seconds, Ego should be okay.
They're denying the sentry without killing the Knight's sentry. Okay. BKB picked up for Alacrity. Maybe trying to scare him into popping it. Checking to see if it works. BKB also picked up for Monet. Did he disassemble? Yeah, he did. Okay, he disassembled the Echo Saber. I was like, that was pretty quick. 4-man smoke coming out from Knights. They're going to move over. They do not have Ego. He's still sitting in the top lane. And maybe they could get over and make something happen. Of course, all ults available for him. XWY gets the Remnant off, and now Monet's going to go in with the BKB. They've got Flyby down low. He's not going to be able to throw out anything. He's dead for 44 seconds, no buyback, and it's not looking good for the side of Knights. As towards the top end, well, they've also looked for Alacrity.
They found Felix.
BKB, and he's going to get out of this one, but Felix won't be so fortunate, as eyes are on him, and so are their right clicks. They get the kill on a Felix. Monet with another one. Double kill for him. And a good fight from Aster once again.
Global was popped. Doom did have BKB available. Understood that it's not worth to use it anyway. I'm dead. And as we said, yeah, Ego, he hasn't been in that fight. He's been farming the BKB to feel a bit more comfortable coming in. For someone who has Go in his nickname, he definitely does not want to go in. You know what I mean?
I mean, I gave it a giggle. Like you said, the bar for comedy is...
It's really low.
Oh, gosh. But, you know, maybe he'll go. Who knows? Bobica, I think you're going to lose that courier. And this, how is that up? Still up. They're going to clean it up. There we go. There. There it goes. XCJ. 3 claps. What does he got right now? Sentry, wand, boots.
I can tell you what he has.
Ooh, a little
0 intelligence stolen on silencer.
No glaives either.
Next time I see it, or if they win this game, if we get him on the interview, ask him like just 1 point. You know, it's a good damage when you see that number. I'm not talking about like real right-click damage. It's more about, oh, I've stolen 16 intelligence from them. But yeah, the way this game was going, I can understand why he's not getting it. Because things were pretty rough for him in the laning stage. They didn't get any kills. Game was pretty slow, so he wanted to max out his other spells.
Yeah. Just 1 point in glaives, though, please. Steal some int. Make him just that much dumber.
I like that Bobica is memeing. He did go for Lotus Orb, so he wants to break the game. Seeing Lotus Orb and Tusk in one game, you know it's going to get funny.
Get bopped into the air while bopping the Tusk also.
Having 2 snowballs, constant snowball. It's a good Lotus Orb game. You can remove the silence, time dilation, Doom, snowball, like anything from Rubik. And speaking of Wraith Band, check what Rubik has in his quick buy.
Wraith Band?
25-minute mark approaching.
Is this the new Poor Man's Shield?
It's better.
Ooh. Okay. Well, we'll see what Felix is going to do, because he's got enough gold to buy it. Let's see what he wants out of it. Get that Wraith Band. Come on. Not as good as Wraith Pact, like you said, though. Chrono's going to come out. That's going to be through onto XWY. They'll steal the Slight and try to get the right clicks in. The Bash. Ooh, not enough. And look at that. Mech healed Chrono down.
If Rubik had a Wraith Band, the extra attack, just kidding.
You had me. I looked at you, I was convinced. But you could tell me anything, and I would believe it.
Now Aster, okay, immediate smoke from them. They can try to take a fight near Roshan. They could also force a Roche fight because they know there is no Chronosphere, but seems like they want to get a pick off first before they start.
Felix, 4-staff TP, and no Searing Chain, so he's good. 4-man smoke, looking, searching, and looking for a message in a bottle there in the river. Not going to find anybody, though.
Got it.
Radiant using scan, they know exactly where Aster is. Let's see if they decide to take a fight. Chronosphere is a big tool. It's down for a minute and a half, but I don't think they're going to go for it.
Global Doom? I guess not, yeah. Leave the Aegis there for Aster.
I can give you a quick little tip.
Yeah. I'm all ears.
When you're casting, and if the team is going to fight inside the Roche Pit or not, if they're not on minimap, they're not going to fight. It's that simple. If they're on the opposite side of the map, they're not going to take the fight. These little dots, write it down.
Yeah, let me jot that down, put it in my notes. If off map, they won't fight for Aegis. Check.
One issue that we see with Knight's lineup is no tower damage. Plus, you're playing against Treant Protector, so things get even tougher. Like, the only tower damage they got is pretty much Faceless Void, and he can't allow to go in and just hit the tower.
Wow. You can take a look at the difference in building damage. Monet.
Look at Silencer. My man Silencer.
Hey, yeah, he knows what he's doing. You know, no right clicks on the tower. Why waste the time? Can't steal int from a tower.
Exactly. He hits a tower, he knows he's dead.
Yeah, he's showing away that close. Oh, boy. Ego. He's fine. Still looking for him to, I'll steer your joke. Go. Something in his name. I don't remember what he said, whatever. It was some good comedy, though. Get the kill there on a pick. You Alacrity with a little bit of a pick off. And, yeah. Down for 30 seconds. Even game, though. 10-8. Not a lot of kills. Averaging what? Math, not good. Half a kill. I don't know.
Do it. Like, you started it, you finish it.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean. Oh.
All right, I'm not going to put you in a spot. So
You're putting NA education on the spot. NA math as well.
Aster also doesn't have that much tower damage. They have CK, but that's about it. Like, Treant, Coddle, they don't deal tower damage. That's the one issue I have with the Ember Spirit, is you need to pair him up with something that can actually siege.
Right. We'll take a tower, though. XSS immediately TPing towards top. And Silencer nearby. And ooh, Monet, XXS, XCJ. 3 letters, gets out. There it is. All right, they don't get anybody. They do rotate, though, for a second. And they're going to find themselves potentially the Rubik, but Flyby comes over. They're going to steal the outpost right back. Appreciate if you don't take that. Thanks. Appreciate it. Nobody looking to engage just yet, but 2 minutes left on this Aegis. A lot of time to make a maneuver. Or farm.
Chronosphere is back online. He cannot allow, like, Knights, they don't want to take a fight for next 2 minutes, because if you chrono this Chaos Knight, you're straight up losing the fight immediately. Also, Alacrity decided to go for a BKB, has his first item, doesn't have Deso, needs another like 1,600 gold to finish it, but they want to pick off someone. It's going to be Monet. Stay away from him.
Potentially Monet, but XXS waiting in the wings, so is PQNX, WY. Really everybody. Everybody's here. It's Smash Ultimate over mid. Everybody's here.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Alacrity will
attack.
pick up that haste, blink away. Also, use that bull whip. They're looking for the vision. They're looking to find somebody over in... Have we decided still the triangle? Is it the line?
Radiant's
We
turret
called it
has
a
been
line
killed.
yesterday because it's only 2 camps.
Radiant's middle
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
A petition to make it the line. All in favor, put a 1 in the chat. Blink, Spear coming through, and they're going to use the Global Silence to go to with the BKBs. They've dropped down the arena. They also have the damage to get the kill on a flyby, so they're taking the Doom first. Never got the Doom off, and They're going to remnant in, get the damage down on XCJ and Felix Chaba taking out both of them, and 3 heroes dropping on the side of Knights as Aster will now work towards the tier 2 tower over mid. Again, no ego, no alacrity going into the fight, and still 30 seconds on that Aegis. So Aster, they're going to take a tier 2, it looks like. We'll see if they retreat off that, losing this Aegis in the next 20 seconds. Doubt they'll go high ground, no arena.
They're going to be happy with just taking this tier 2 tower. Aster, good choice. Deciding to take a fight, 1 minute left on Aegis. Going, like you have Blink on CK, Blink on Mars, you found a good target, and yeah, you can see. My issue with the lineups like Knights is you misuse one of your abilities, you lose so much map advantage. Like, because they misused the Chrono, they didn't get the kill on Ember Spirit. Immediately, Aster goes to Roche. For the next 5 minutes, they're the one controlling the whole map.
Now, there hasn't been much of a response from Knights. Maybe waiting for that ultra late game timing. They're down 6,000 net worth now, though, so it is getting pretty difficult for them. Ego still doing well in terms of farm. And obviously Doom, he's got the Midas, he's got Devour, he's got himself a lot of gold as well, and he's going into the Shard next, so looking for that Infernal Blade upgrade.
Yeah, it's a good amount of damage, but this Shiva's Guard is pretty big because they have a lot of lifesteal, they have a lot of healing from Mech, from Illuminate, CK with his Chaos Strike, Mech, Treant Protector, you name it. Man, Felix is a Chad. 3 raid bans on his Rubik.
Yeah.
Sitting at, what, 19 armor at the moment?
Ooh. Well, now he's got a +8.
It's 53% physical resistance against Ember, CK, and his Illusion. It's a good pickup, maybe. I don't know if you want to buy like a casual plate mail on Rubik, eventually upgrade it to Lotus Orb. It's not that bad of a Lotus game to put it great against Treant Protector. Well, I almost said Mana Leak. Man, I missed that ability. Mana Leak. Where you move, you lose mana. And then if you lose all your mana, you get stunned.
Bring it back.
This is a better one. Solar Bind, I think it's an upgrade.
Change it to the... change out Recall. Make it Mana Leak again. I like that ability more, though. You know, Mana Leak. Recall. Nah. Whatever. Or make it a talent. I don't know. But I'm in on the Mana Leak train. 5-man smoke from Aster. 3-man smoke from Knights. They're coming across through the line. Over across mid. See the slight and should understand where they're at. So they're going to back away off mid, and now a 5-man smoke. And as I say, they back off. They pick up the Desolator, and they're going to wrap all the way around, but pick you in a really good spot. XWY, Chrono committed. It's going to catch Flyby. They'll also use the Global Silence, but here comes XXS with the Arena coming through, and they've got the Hex onto Doom. Flyby in a little bit of trouble. The Walrus Punch comes out. A lot of damage being done here to the Tree Protector. They've got themselves down their own arena. BKB pop by Ego. He gets away, going around the back, maybe able to catch Bobica. They've got Felix over the side. They'll have the damage to get the kill on a Piku. They'll take him out. XCJ gone, Flyby dead. Alacrity goes into the Snowball, and now Force Staff up out of the high ground. Still, though, hit with the pullback from Monet. The right clicks in as the stun lands. Monet gets the kill into Alacrity. They'll take the Tusk. And that is a 3 for 2. That looks really good. Off the back of having that Hex. They should be able to grab another one, though, as Felix on the run. The stun lands, and Monet's got himself a double kill and a wicked 6 streak. The only one to survive is Ego.
Not being able to use Doom multiple times in a row. I think we haven't seen Doom 3 or 4 fights. So pretty difficult for them if they're the ones getting the initiation. And also Faceless Void catching only 1 hero in Chronos here. I think it's also relatively easy to counter this type of a lineup where you... Because he caught Doom inside a Chrono. And
he has the Hex too.
Yeah. Initial stun on top of the arena. And then he's just donezo. After that, it's very easy for Monet to clean up because they don't have that much AoE. There is Faceless Void, but if CK is not doomed, if he's not low HP, he can't really man up and just keep fighting against those illusions. It's way too much damage. And also one tool to deal with a lineup like this is to have buyback, especially on cores. You get Chrono, you get Doom, you buy back, you take Roche, and then you go in and take another fight. Roshan is up. This is the second Roche. Aegis and Shard is available. So Team Aster probably going to go in and just take it by force. 25 seconds until Chrono. They would also want to get a pickup. I mean, it's pretty simple, straightforward. XXS. Smoke broke, but wasn't able to catch anyone.
Yeah, they're still trying to look with this Hex. They've got the last word coming through into XXS, but there's the Lotus Orb. And Overgrowth. Not going to be that great, and they're going to steal the Nature's Grasp. They're going to go after Alacrity, who pops the BKB. They've got the Reality Rift pulling back, and the damage from Monet. Now, Blink, Hex again. Doom caught Chrono down, and it's going to actually catch the Doom. It's going to be speared into it. They've got the Global Silence coming through. They look to get the kill here onto Monet. Monet with the BKB as well as the Lotus Orb on him. The Remnant over to the side from XWY, and they can't get the Doom off, but they're going to throw it over on XXS. Ego with the BKB. The right clicks. The Bastion's coming in, and maybe they get the kill into the bars. They've got the Telekinesis onto XWY. Felix Chaba finally drops, and so does XCJ, but Ego trying to fight Monet and the rest of the team, but not looking so lucky and not looking so fortunate as Godlike for Monet. They'll take out this Faceless Void, and Ego goes down.
XYW, he was, oh, they caught Felix
they also
as well.
caught Felix. They're going to get themselves another one, and they are cleaning up on Aster.
Cast time on Doom. XYW was pretty much toying with the Doom in the end. Mars gets doomed, but it was a beautiful spear from XXS because he pushed Doom inside the Chronosphere. This is the second time that Chronosphere is kind of not helping the Doom. Yeah, we're going to see it again.
Let's see, Chrono is in like 2 seconds. Boop. Chronoing Doom again.
There's just not enough damage to take him down immediately, but yeah, Monet going to town with his build does have a heart plus armlet and all of this HP, all of this healing lifesteal that he gets is just way too much difficult for them to deal. And also using buybacks on some of these heroes that rely on long cooldowns is kind of tough. And now inside the Roche pit, Aster, after they pick up the Aegis, they should be relatively okay to close out the game. You can see the win percent. Yeah, 17%. Yes. That's pretty high.
Well, sometimes it's pretty high. Sometimes 17% feels like 0%. Sometimes 17% feels like 100%.
17% when you play Spirit Breaker, it's actually 0, as you said. Yeah. But when the enemy plays it,
100%. Is it the curse? They'll go in, they'll try to get the kill to pick you, but they've got themselves a Lotus Orb, and the healing is just too much, and it forces Alacrity to pop the BKB, but the Overgrowth comes in. BKB will run out, and now Monet beyond godlike. And, well, he's not really getting stopped at all.
His level 20 talent makes things a lot easier for CK. During BKB, he's going to be able to blow up people. You feel like you're safe. There's Overgrowth on top of it, so multiple abilities that go through BKB makes things a lot harder for Knights to take some of these fights.
Yeah, Knights really feeling like they're missing a lot here. Even when the game was even, it felt like they were kind of behind a lot. But now at 21,000 net worth behind, it is feeling all Aster at the moment. Monet not dead once this game, sitting at 11-0-5. So he is really making his presence felt. We'll see. Maybe Ego. That would be Eye of Scotty. Get something done.
He was thinking about getting Refresher immediately to have, because with Scotty you do have enough mana to cast both of those Chronospheres. Problem is also they don't have that much damage inside Chrono anyway. There's no real combo that you can put. Yeah. It's like Arcane Curse and Rubik's Fate Bolt pretty much.
It's a lot of damage.
Hey, it's a lot of damage 15 minutes into the game. This is 38-minute game.
Not so much now. Maybe back when the win probabilities were 50-50. So they'll start to siege this tier 3 over mid, and the rest of the team sitting behind Monet, ready to make the jump. Phantasm stolen by Rubik, so he'll send in an illusion, I guess.
Middle tower has fallen.
Or not do anything, and they'll just let the tier 3 fall. They still have 3 minutes left. Double damage now picked up by Ego. Oh, Courier. Getting baited a little bit. Get that Spell Prism drop, and he'll use the double damage to farm the jungle a little bit. Not much doing at the moment here for Knights. Is there a way for them to get back into it? Is it just heavily reliant on just getting the proper chrono and getting a proper fight? As now Ego, oh gosh, the blink, the hex, they were ready for him. Searing Chains, the spear, it's all there.
There's your answer. The answer is no.
Appreciate that. As top lane, flyby locked in, thanks to the overgrowth of PQ, and Monet is going to use that Reality Rift. Now with that level 20 talent, making it very difficult for flyby to get away, but somehow finds his way out. As Monet wants blood, and he smells it. It's in the water. Chaba's going to lose his life. Monet really not too scared to just jump the base. Don't want to go too far. Maybe they've learned from watching Dust do that yesterday. But definitely up a lot more in this situation than Dust was to make a jump in onto the base here of Knights.
Felix did buyback in the previous fight, so he's not going to have it. Faceless Void does have his buyback, and yeah, he might need to use it. Otherwise, he's going to be playing against Mega Creeps.
Now, it looks like Mega Creeps might be inevitable here as PQ over to the side, throwing down a Nature's Grasp, ready to maybe look and go. And they will go in and jump Flyby. He's not really been able to do much as the snowball comes across, and now they've got the Doomba with the BKBB pop by XWY. He should be A-OK as long as they've got the Lotus Orb on him, so he just runs away. The Doom really not doing any impact in this fight. They'll throw the stun over onto the CK. 4-second stun, but he's still working with the Aegis for a minute, so even taking out the first life out of the hands of Monet is really not going to feel that great as a 4-second stun hits onto Alacrity. They get the kill there, and now Ego going in looking for the bashes. Global Silence is in, and the first life is gone from Monet. It may be a goal of theirs to get the first life out of the hands of this CK, but it's not going to do them much good as it's Mega Creep soon. And the Tier 3 looking low, the Tier 3 ready to drop as the Illuminate hits from Bobica. The call GG on the side of Knights, and Aster will take game number 1 here over the side of Knights with pretty much ease.
The game was pretty even, I would say, for the first 15-20 minutes in terms of the net worth. Knights were moving around the map.